Give me just a second, guys. Sandra, to answer your question, if you can, oh, there we go. I can see the video now. Sandra, no, the snow is not over with. But we're going to give you that update here. I couldn't see the video, so I thought something was wrong, but we're back now. And in about 5 minutes, we're going to do a live cut-in during NBC News Daily, so I'll take you guys along for that, so long as that is okay with our digital team. In the background, here's a video from Sea Froggy 64. This is in southwest Roanoke County. Snow picking up a little bit of a dusting there. Another picture coming in through Pinit, WSLS.com/Pinit, the best way to send in your pictures during systems like this. Kelsey Nicely in Allegheny County. Okay, Pamela, thank you very much. I know there's a little bit of a delay. But Allegheny County, look at the deer. That's just a gorgeous shot. I love seeing nature, wildlife, things like that, just kind of taking in the snow. And this is another example of that from Josie in Galac. So again, as things evolve over the course of the afternoon, things are not done yet. You can send in your pictures again, WSLS.com/Pinit. There you see Whitfield's at 28, Blacksburg's at 30 degrees. And there is a little bit of a break in the action over the NRV, but it is going to fill in. And the reason why I say that, and I say that confidently, is because of what's coming in from the south and west. I used to work in northeast Tennessee, very far corner of southwest Virginia, and I've gotten pictures from people in Pennington Gap, Lee County, showing the snow accumulating. So that is what's pushing in our direction. There's some heavy snow in northeast Tennessee, so we'll continue to kind of see that evolve over the course of the afternoon. But yes, you do see a little bit of a break in the action there in parts of Pulaski, Montgomery, maybe Giles and Craig counties. It's been snowing pretty steadily here at the station. We've got a little bit of a dusting outside, not much to talk about just yet. So that's your little bit of a break. Meanwhile, Lynchburg and Southside, the atmosphere, the lower levels of the atmosphere, starting to moisten up a little bit, but maybe a little bit of sleet here. Our sleet tracker, you can see the yellows indicating snowflakes melting in Franklin and Henry counties. So you may have just a little bit of sleet mixing into this, at least that far south. But outside of that, again, what we're going to continue to see is snow gradually building in from southwest to northeast. Here at 1:16 this afternoon, not seeing any kind of major disruptions to the commute or anything like that, but that could be an issue here as we go through the rest of the day. So Future Tracker's actually doing a pretty solid job of even picking out that little dry slot right there. It's very small. Again, it's not going to last long as you see it kind of filling back in within the next hour within Pulaski counties. Let's go through the rest of the afternoon, and that narrow stripe of moisture is going to continue. It's mostly going to be snow for us. Sandra says roads in Pulaski are good. Wish it was more snow, says Elisa, but it is what it is. And you are going to get more snow. It's not going to keep you in for days at a time. This is not one of those storms to go raiding the bread and milk aisles, although I understand that that has already happened. That is not what this storm is really going to be about. Chelsea, I'll get to that in just a second here. But as we go through the rest of the afternoon and the evening, we'll see kind of waves of snow. May end as some rain and sleet in south side. That's why we have you guys in that 0 to an inch. Things will calm down for a period tonight, and then we'll start to see some scattered snow showers build back in. Most of those would be near and to the west of the Roanoke Valley. And again, Alfie, I'll get to that here in just a second. Literally just a second. Here's your snow totals. This is including what we saw earlier this morning. Snow has changed to sleet in Rustburg, says Roy. So that's why we've got you guys in that coating to 2 inches. Elevation plays a role. How close you are to a city center plays a role. In fact, Rustburg, we actually have you at 0 to an inch. So my apologies there, Roy. That's what you see in the baby blue. 2 to 4 inches in the white. That's going to be mostly the New River Valley and the Highlands, mostly areas north of Interstate 81. And in that dark blue, that is about a coating to 2 inches. The cold is going to be a big deal heading into Wednesday morning. I'm just awaiting word of when we're going to be cutting into NBC News Daily. I believe the exact hit time is at 1:22, but we may have to switch this camera around here in just a little bit. Interstate roads look good, thanks to Craig. Chelsea says, I wish we were getting 8 to 10 inches. Don't think that happens this time around. But as far as Radford is concerned there, you're at about looking at about coating to 2 inches. You may see isolated more. So that's Radford right there. Franklin County's on the map. So again, I mentioned this in the previous live stream. And this is, please don't take this as me like talking down to anybody, because I look at maps every day. That's why I know where everywhere is. But try and learn where your place is on a map. That way you just don't get confused with these complicated winter forecasts. So again, please don't take that as me coming after anybody. But Brianna, Franklin County's right there. Coating to 2 inches is what we've got for you guys. Snowing, I saw on our camera over to the side at Ferrum. Austin, system through the 19th. I'm taking it one system at a time here, man. I'm honestly looking at that one. Looks like it's going to be too far north to really make a dent in us, but I've got to take it one system at a time. Otherwise, I'm just going to go confusing people, because I've done it in the past, so I'm trying to learn from past mistakes. And we also know it's something 4 or 5 days away. You really can't get too much into the details. Is the snow going to pick up this evening in Pearisburg? Yes, it looks like it will. Mixing with some sleet in Fancy Gap. Good to know. Roanoke stacking up in the metro. What's the thought on what we will end up with? Oh, yes. Okay, 2.5 to me. We lost Thomas. Okay, cool. Do you want me to go to the wall right now? 1 more minute? Cool. So we got 1 more minute here. I am going to change over to a different rundown that we've got for this update that we're going to be doing live on the air. But I'll take you guys with us. You can kind of see that. I won't be able to necessarily answer your questions because we'll be live on the air, but this will hopefully help. Teresa, yes, thinking 2 to 4 is still fair game in Allegheny County. Roanoke Metro so far, Adam, we've seen a little bit of a dusting. You guys are in the coating to 2 inches. So that's why we have that range just to factor in elevation. But, yeah, definitely Roanoke City so far. Things looking pretty good. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You'll get a little bit of a behind-the-scenes kind of thing here. And, James, yeah, we got you guys 2 to 4 inches again. All right, we got to wrap it up. I've got to get to the wall here, guys. So join me. We're going to still keep this live stream going, but I just have to do this on-air update in NBC News Daily. So it may be like 30, 45 seconds of me being silent, guys. I'm not ignoring you. We haven't stopped the live stream. Just have to shake things up a little bit. Folks watching the Appcast, we have about 30 to 35 seconds until we're live. Okay, for the 3 minute? Okay. I'm meteorologist Chris Michaels. Weather Authority Alert Day continues here at 1:22 this afternoon. Enjoying some of the pictures and videos that you guys have been sending in over the past little bit. You can send those to us through WSLS.com/pinit. The first one that we're going to start out with, this is coming in from Allegheny County, where we've already picked up on a light accumulation so far this morning. It's from Kelsey Nicely, and once we get it up on the screen for you guys, you'll see just kind of how things are shaping up. There we go. So from Kelsey in Allegheny County, the deer enjoying the snow. I know some of you guys in the Highlands enjoying that dusting earlier this morning. Okay, keep going. We're not on air right now, but keep going. Okay, very good. So for those of you that are still live streaming, we've got a little bit of extra time here this morning, experiencing a little bit of the technical difficulties trying to get on the air with the NBC News Daily Update. Another shot here from Josie. This is in Galax, and the Cardinal adding a nice contrast there. So one of the things that we're talking about as far as snow is concerned today is the road temperatures. You see that those have dropped. They're below freezing in parts of the New River Valley. Those are those darker blue shadings. In the green, road temperature is about 37 to 42. So thank you for joining us during this NBC News Daily Update. Toward the left, you can see the Roanoke-Blacksburg Regional Airport, downtown Wytheville, and Virginia Tech. So Wytheville and Virginia Tech will have to watch those road temperatures pretty carefully. Some of us may be seeing a little bit of a lull in the action in parts of the New River Valley, but that is just going to be a brief break as you see snow continues to move in from the far corner of Southwest Virginia, Northeast Tennessee, all up and down the Cumberland Gap. So that pretty steady stream of moisture comes in from southwest to northeast. Let's bring you into a more local view here, and you can again see that little bit of a break in the action around Radford, Pulaski County, Montgomery County. But as you look toward the left-hand side, that second camera, downtown Wytheville, and the steadier snow is still picking up there. Giles County, parts of Craig County, seeing a little bit of that as well. Southern Roanoke County, we've seen a pretty steady stream. And at times getting a little bit of a sleet mix in Fancy Gap, also places like Rustburg, whereas things have really quieted down in Danville and in South Boston. That's where we have you guys in that 0 to an inch range as far as snow is concerned. There you see in the yellow, those are snowflakes that are melting before coming into contact with the ground. So again, there could be a little bit of sleet at times, especially as you go south of US 460. But for the most part, this is a snow kind of event. Future Tracker actually handling that little bit of a dry period pretty well there in portions of the New River Valley. But as I go through the next 2 hours or so, you see that fills in. So that's just going to be a brief break in the action, whereas the break in the action for Danville and South Boston is going to be a little more prolonged for you. Heading towards supper time and points afterward, you see that narrow band of moisture continuing, mostly snow, north of Highway 58. And then beyond 7, 8, 9 p.m., you see things taper off a little bit. We'll see a resurgence in the moisture leading to additional scattered snow showers. Most of those will be west of the Parkway up until early Tuesday morning. This is 6 o'clock, so we'll still have some slick spots by then. But after 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, that's when this thing really wraps up. So as far as snow totals are concerned, in the white, that's 2 to 4 inches of snow. That's most of the highlands, most of the New River Valley. In the dark blue, coating to an inch, just kind of playing elevation into the equation. That's Franklin County, Bedford County, Amherst, Nelson, Rockbridge counties, parts of Patrick County. And farther off toward the south, that baby blue is where we have anywhere from nothing up to an inch. Again, you're seeing that decent break in the action in Southside. So north of Highway 58, slick roads are something we'll watch out for, especially in the New River Valley and Highlands, where current road temperatures are below freezing. It would have to fall pretty heavily to really stick to the main roads in the Roanoke Valley. Power outages are not a concern with this one, and that's great news. Here's why. Arctic air returns by Wednesday morning. I think it's cold now. It's going to be much colder then. Low temperatures 7 to 14. If that does indeed come into fruition, it'd be the coldest morning since Christmas of 2022. And with wind chills there, you see in the purples, those are below 0 Wednesday morning in the NRV, in the Roanoke Valley, and in the Highlands. This morning, your extended forecast, it shows that Weather Authority alert day going through Wednesday morning because of that kind of cold. And by Thursday, we see temperatures in the 40s. 30s by Friday, much colder again as we head into the weekend. That's a check your forecast. We'll look at some pin it pictures here before we head back to NBC News Daily. You can send those pictures to WSLS.com/pinit.